Hi, I am Matthew Sergi. I teach here in the Department of English at the University of Toronto, and I specialize in medieval literature, specifically medieval drama. I teach courses on medieval and sometimes early modern drama here. I first got to know the folks at Kintore because I had one amazing student in one of my classes who introduced me to Kintore and invited me as a speaker at Kintore. And from there, I've had a couple of Kintore students since then who've always shined as some of the most interesting commenters and contributors to my courses. I've had the pleasure of appearing at Kintore as an invited speaker a couple of times now, and I've been so impressed by what Kintore does for young women. It offers them an opportunity, it seems to me, for both social engagement and intellectual engagement, and weaves those two together in such a productive way. I've been so impressed by the conversations I've had at my talks and by the conversations I've had with the students who come to my classes. And I think that's a direct result of having their university experience be part of that kind of community. One of the things I've been most reached by is how actively Kintore allows the women who are residents at Kintore to weave their personal faith and their personal beliefs into their intellectual journey and their journey of learning at the university. I'm not a man of faith myself, and I teach texts from the medieval past that are directly engaged with matters of faith. So there are perspectives that I lack and that I cannot see. And I've been opening up to hearing students of faith in the classroom, really interested in what they have to say about these texts. And the students who, again, have sort of come out with some of the most interesting things to say about that have been Kintore students. I think that's a result of how much Kintore both celebrates a diversity of belief and a diversity of different ways of attending to the world, at the same time as allowing Kintore students to express themselves in the fullness of their spirit without cutting off the spirit from the intellect. I'm grateful for that. I would say with some confidence that out of all of the university or university-adjacent campus institutions that I have engaged with at my time at U of T, Kintore College is one of the ones that just made me feel most at home. Part of being at university is not just about functioning together, but about being human together. That was actually the topic of the talk I most recently gave at Kintore. I was talking to Kintore about my experience in live drama and live theater and how crucial being in person and being together, human and human, in the room is. We did some really interesting exercises, including just reaching out and holding the hand of somebody, looking them in the eye and saying, "I am here." That's part of learning and something we miss way too often in our learning experience. I think Kintore, the community it creates, the in-person community it creates, offers its residents opportunities to bring touch, kindness, and welcoming together with the intellectual journey that we're all here on at university. And I appreciate that, both in the way they've welcomed me and in the way that they've produced some of the smartest students in the room a couple of times in my classes.